Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness leaks online, guys. Let's talk about it. Doctor Strange 2 is opening up this weekend, guys. Are you go out and see it? I definitely am. Now, something happened over this weekend, and it's a topic of much debate. A small section of it has leaked online, and I'm not going to show it to you here because out of respect for you out there that want to hold on to spoilers, I'm not even going to mention or reference it to what it is. But we are going to talk about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You're watching Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, where we actually do talk about the headlines. And there they are listed right there. If you're joining us in the live chat, it's a daily show, Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, where we do move through these headlines. And if you are joining us afterwards, all of these will be linked in time codes for you in the description and comment section below. That's my little spiel. We have to go through it. Let's just get right into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness opening up this week. Now, today we're going to take a look at the buzz a little bit too, because, well, hey, it comes out Thursday, guys. So we're most of us will see it on Thursday and Friday, who are huge fans of the MCU, but it's opening up for critics today, I believe. So we're going to see some early buzz today, and we're going to have to run with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness all week. We're going to get my first out of the theater reactions on Thursday, and then we'll do a full review on Friday, and we're going to look at the buzz tomorrow. We're going to be following the buzz all week for this movie because, well, TV spots have come out, and let's just take a look at the tomato meter here. Yeah, so there's nothing, but I know for a fact that critics are going to be seeing it today. So, yeah, and there's going to be some early buzz about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and okay, let's talk about this leaked footage, this clip. Now, if you are a huge MCU fan and you understand what was going on in the trailers, it's not going to really shock you as to what it was. We've all speculated as to what's going on there when he gets led into that council room. And that's all pretty much what the leaked footage showed you, was who was in that room. That's pretty much all it was. I saw it, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now, I can't post it here because for all the entire weekend, it was up on Twitter, and it was getting pulled down all over the place. So it was legitimate. I just, like, for me, we knew that Doctor Strange was going to be full of cameos and such like that. So it was kind of like, it was cool to see. If you guys are so curious about the Doctor Strange spoilers, leaked footage, you'll still be able to find it. They're not going to be able to. It's like a huge wave of it. People are going to be trying to cashing in on that. So you'll be able to still go out there and find it. As I said, it's not a huge revelation. It was just cool to see. And that's where I stand at with it. But I want to know, where do you guys stand on leaks? Now, I understand that, okay, there's spoilers. This is where you have to be like a little bit mindful, where you're treading these waters. Now, hopefully I described it in such a way that I didn't spoil anything for you guys. I just elaborated on what possibly, well, yeah, I think I did it okay. Yeah, but we're going to talk about the buzz as that tomato meter comes in with its scores here. We see, as of now, as of 12 p.m. on Monday, there's still no reviews in just yet. But people are hedging their bets right now. They're concerned that it may not be as good as people are hyping it up to be. So they put out stories like this, where it's like, Sam Raimi hasn't finished watching WandaVision despite making Doctor Strange 2. Well, you know what? WandaVision is something that you can, if you really wanted to, you could sit down and binge WandaVision in a day. It's not a huge issue. But I guess he did go through and he did watch the key scenes about parts about the related to what Doctor Strange was going to be about the probably the book and her powers. So he's got a quote here saying, "I'm not really sure what the WandaVision schedule was or how it changed. I just know that halfway or maybe 3/4 of the way into our writing process, I heard of this show they were doing, and we have to follow it." So yeah, yeah, So he, like, it was in production. So he knew of it, so he was mindful of it, and people are just going to be hedging their bets now. Well, if it doesn't do well and people don't like it, well, this is why, because he never even watched WandaVision. So it's like, yeah, you're going to see a bunch of these articles this week, but don't worry. You know, other people from like Movie Web out there says Sam Raimi says WandaVision fans will be satisfied. So he's aware of the material. He's seen the show. Don't worry about that. As I said, you're going to see a lot of these things out here where people are going to be like hedging their bets and putting out these pieces to say, I told you so later on. That's what people want to do. I hate, especially egomaniacs will say, I was the first to say it here. I told you so. And it's like, get out of here with that tripe. All right. So that's pretty much what you need to know for today for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Arglass Vikings in the live chat says, hey, James, not going to lie, I will look for leaks. The more I know about a film before I go in, the better. Well, see, yeah, there are people out there like that, like me. Hey, I can read the entire script for a movie before it comes out, and I'm not bothered. You know, sometimes it is nice sometimes to be like truly shocked. But I don't think anybody was really all that shocked when Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield showed up in Spider-Man No Way Home. It's something that we all speculated that would happen. When it happened, it happened. And that's what the leak this weekend for Doctor Strange was. It's kind of like we all speculated it. Okay. Still cool. And I know if people out there want to preserve that, don't worry, I didn't say anything about it. But I want to know your guys' opinions about leaks. And are you somebody like me where spoilers don't really matter? Hey, it won't take away from my enjoyment. But, you know, occasionally, you know, a nice surprise in the theater where you're like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. That'd be cool. Yeah. And as long as you don't spoil it for anybody else, our Glass Viking says in the live chat, that's pretty much the way that you have to do it. All right, let's move on to, this also broke on the weekend. It broke like Friday, actually. And we have to address it. Jon Watts exit Marvel's Fantastic Four. Okay. Well, we knew that there was a Fantastic Four movie coming down the pipes there. And Jon Watts, who directed No Way Home, was going to be on board to direct it. And both him and Feige issued these big, long statements. And we talked a little bit about this on Saturday's weekly horror roundup show, where we talk about all the horror movie news of the week. And I guess he's stepping away from the project. They just said both that, well, if you read a lot of what Watts said, he says that it was a fantastic experience working with the MCU, and I'm hopeful we'll work together again. I can't wait to see the amazing vision for Fantastic Four to be brought to life. Feige just said, yeah, it was amicable. Is that what the word is? He just said that it was, you know, there's no bad blood there. And that's what they were really trying to say. They said there's no bad blood. And I got the impression from reading his statements, Watts' statements, is that he had some other projects that he wanted to focus in on. There was like a Hitman movie that he wanted to work on. And hey, man, you know, we've heard the reports that working in the MCU is such a stressful thing that, you know, you start a movie and it just rapidly changes due to all the demands out there of working in this environment where you have to adapt for other movies in this series and stuff like that. And hey, he's done 3 of them, guys, and he's given us 3 good ones. And I'd rather him go off and recharge his batteries and then come back and hopefully do another Spider-Man with Tom Holland there for us. It's kind of a bummer that Fantastic Four isn't going to be under his supervision, but, you know, I trust in Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige will go out there and he'll find a good person to find it. There's been rumors, from what I saw, and it's only rumors, that recently Justin Lin stepped away from Fast 10, and he might be a name that may be in the running for a possible replacement for the Fantastic Four. And that would be an interesting fit. But that's pretty much what you need to know from this story, guys. There's nothing really huge that you need to elaborate on here. As I said, there's no bad blood there, it doesn't sound like. And our Glass Vikings in live chat says Watts probably felt the same way as the Russos, needing a break from big, high-intensity projects. And yeah, that's the thing too, right? You're sleeping, 4 or 5 hours a night for like months on end to try to get this project under wraps. And being a big-time director like that, you got to be up on the war machine, cracking that whip. You're just constantly pushing yourself, right? Yeah, and I can see people get tired of that. You get kind of burnt out. But if you go and you read the quotes out there this weekend, you get the impression that there's no bad blood. So that's what you need to know about Jon Watts Fantastic Four. And if you come back and watch the show later in the week after watching Doctor Strange, Okay, so guys, it's Monday. So it's time for the weekend box office report for the weekend of April 29th to May 1st. Let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, so it's not a big weekend. Nothing really big changed. Number 1 was The Bad Guys. Number 2 was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Number 3 was Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Number 4 was The Northman. Number 5 was Everything Everywhere All at Once. It actually climbed up the schedule this week. So as you can see here from Box Office Mojo, nothing changed except for Everything Everywhere All at Once climbed up from number 6 to number 5. Cool. That's one that's, everybody's been talking about that I need to go out and see, and I really do need to go out and see it, but just haven't been able to fit it into the schedule yet. Okay, so where are the new releases? Well, Memory, right there. The new Liam Neeson actioner. Debuted at number 8. 3.1 million. Let's see if there's any other big one. Akaraya, never heard. Hatching is a horror movie. Okay, so that's not even 140,000. Well, hey, that's a lot of money, but I mean, come on. When Bad Guys in the number 1 spot for the second week is 16.1 million. Yeah. 2 weeks there. Guys, 2 weeks, Universal. That's that animated movie. Sonic the Hedgehog is 11. Northman is hanging in there at the number 4 spot, and all I really anticipate this coming up week is that all of these numbers will get pushed down 1 spot because of Doctor Strange, which will be huge. It'll be huge. So Northman will go down to number 5. Fantastic Beasts 3 will go to 4. And you see, everything will just get shoved down 1. But let's take a look at this Memory. Actually, first, let's take a look at the Northman numbers. I want to see if something... Okay, so international numbers are actually coming in now. Good. 22.8 domestic, 18.8 internationally for 41.6 million for Northman. So we're slowly inching towards halfway mark for the budget, because the budget was reported to be 90 million. Guys, trust me, if you love movies like The Batman, you liked that kind of stuff, you go see The Northman, because it's really awesome, and it deserves better fare at the box office. I can't champion that movie enough because of the visual effects, or like the visuals, cinematography wise, it's stunning, breathtakingly beautiful. Northman for sure. Everything Everywhere at All at Once, it is on my radar. I'm going to go out and maybe see it tomorrow at a cheap show. We'll have to see, but that's the way that I think that's going to work out. Let's take a look at that Liam Neeson. Memory. An assassin for hire finds he's become a target and he refuses to complete a job. He has to kill a kid, and we seen that in the trailers for it. But it's a straightforward Liam Neeson action movie. Some of them, for the most part, he had been riding a high record of turning out these small, little, fun action movies. And then last year, it started to go down a little bit. So Memory, 3.1 million domestically, 99,000 internationally, 3.1 million worldwide. Jacob C443 says in the live chat, "Hi there, how have you been?" I've been fine, man. How's it going, Jacob? Thank you for joining us in the live chat. We're just talking about the weekend box office numbers here, and we're looking at Memory with Liam Neeson that didn't even crack the top 5, which is... yeah, that's not a good sign for Liam Neeson. So let's just round out the numbers here by taking a look at a poll that was over on Joe Blow. What is your favorite Liam Neeson movie? Wow. Okay, so I already voted in this. So you got your choices. They're saying here that it's going to be Schindler's Lists. Taken was number 2. Darkman, that's up there for sure. I love Darkman. The Gray, I voted for The Gray because I like The Gray a lot. Hey. Batman Begins, he's kind of a side character in that. I wouldn't really call that his movie. I had to look at it as, what he was the main character of. Like Star Wars Episode 1. Like, he wasn't really well, I guess he sort of was. Rob Roy definitely would have been up there. Gangs of New York, A-Team, Love Actually. So you got your full list there. Memory only got 7 votes. Some of them didn't, though. Excalibur. He was in that. Clash of the Titans. Taken 2 is in The Haunting, Battleship. So there's a nice little poll there on Joe Blow, guys. And if you want to participate in that, voting for your favorite Liam Neeson movie. So it looks like it's still a fresh poll. Marksman, Honest Thief, Wrath of the Titans didn't even get any votes. So just a fun little thing out there for you guys. Just I saw that and I participated. And as I said, I voted for The Grey. Yeah, The Grey is probably my favorite Liam Neeson movie, and it did fare better than his Memory that opened up at the box office this weekend. All right, guys, we got a little bit of unpleasantness to talk about here with Bill Murray. Last week we talked about how Bill Murray was in this movie that got canceled because of accusations against him. And now finally he speaks out. Bill Murray addresses Being Mortal, this movie was called Being Mortal, on set incident that led to filming being suspended, and the director was relieved of his duties. So he did something, and he is finally speaking out about it, what happened. I feel bad for the director. It was his first time directing, Aziz Ansari. Okay, so here's what he said. I did something I thought was funny, and it wasn't taken that way. So he was just, being a ham or something. And I guess it wasn't taken that way, and people complained about him. As of now, we're talking, and we're trying to make peace with each other, he adds. We're both professionals. We like each other. We like each other's work. We like each other, I think, and we can't really get along and trust each other's no point in going further, working together, or making the movie as well. It's been quite an education for me. So that's what, it's just an ugly situation when somebody actually complains about something that you did is grotesque enough that you're shutting down a production and you're getting the first time director canned or relieved of his duties. But it's hard to say. I did something I thought was funny and wasn't taken that way. Well, it wasn't obviously. It's just up for speculation as to what it was, guys. It's unpleasantness, right? It's unpleasantness, and at least we got some kind of an answer as to what happened on that set. And I want to know your guys' thoughts. That's his quote. He says that he tried to do something funny, and hey, they teach you that in all workplaces. Like they give you that H&R spiel. Don't talk about the 3 topics, right? Sex, religion, and politics. Is that what they say? Hey, keep those off the table, and hey, you'll be fine. I guess Bill Murray pushed the envelope, and it came back to bite him. So, Our Vikings in live chat says, so Bill has hazed the new guy on the first day and maybe stressed the guy out. Maybe. Yeah. I just hope it wasn't anything racial or anything like that, or, I don't think it was or anything. That's not in his wheelhouse, I don't think. But he said that it's a learning process. Nobody committed a crime, so it's just a lot of feelings hurt. People got their feelings hurt, and hopefully the water's smooth out, and everybody comes out better on the other end. Okay, so let's try to move the stories back up here. Let's try to move towards a better feeling here. Okay, so also over the weekend, Avatar 2 images broke, and we knew from CinemaCon last week that it was going to be called Avatar The Way of Water, Avatar 2 The Way of Water. And we got our first little title reveal there. So these images not leaked. This is not leaked, guys. This is official images. And they don't really spoil anything. We know that Jake is obviously Jake Sully's going to be back in this. There he is, riding one of those winged creatures that we've seen in the concept art. And we know that from the premise of the movie that they get uprooted from their home because humans come and they got to uproot them. So there's a bunch of them that take to the water. They have to go underwater and such like that. And that's what the premise of the movie is. Now, that's not Jake there, and that's not his wife. Is that Nateri? I don't know. We know that, well, they're trying to say that this one looks like she's pregnant or something. But it's all speculation. And the reactions, the testimonials from CinemaCon, people who actually saw the images and the footage, says that it looked awesome, that it looked spectacular. And is that Nateri there? Okay. Guys, that doesn't spoil anything. Yeah, it doesn't really show that much. See, there's some concept art of them flying on those things, and that's what we've seen right here in this one. He's on top flying. There was one more. There's an underwater one. As we can see them there working on the set. Oh, we got a few more images. That's not the underwater one that I was thinking. Okay, so she is pregnant in this one. Okay, yeah. Huh. All right. Well, there he is there too. Oh, there's the underwater one that I was talking about, where he's got like swimming with some kind of a whale thing. Avatar 2, The Way of Water, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about these images? I think they're pretty cool. And that's what you need to know from that story. Let's move on. Elvis. We got a lot of stories. Got a lot of stories today. Elvis Presley's ex-wife praises Baz Luhrmann's movie, Priscilla Presley. And apparently she's also going to be like a small part in the movie too. She saw footage from Baz Luhrmann's upcoming Elvis movie. And you know what? I didn't know that. I saw the trailer and I loved it. I thought this guy looked fantastic. I thought that, they captured the essence of Elvis, but it was Austin Butler. But I guess there's a small group of people out there that say, oh, he doesn't look like him, so he can't play him. It's kind of like, well, you know what? His wife is coming out and praising his performance and his look. So I wouldn't pay any attention to the haters out there. For the curious about the new Elvis film, Baz Luhrmann, the director, provided a private screening for me and Jerry Schilling at Warner Bros. And I'm not going to recap what the story is about. Austin Butler, who played Elvis, is outstanding. Halfway through the film, Jerry and I looked at each other and said, wow, bravo to him. He knew he had big shoes to fill. He was extremely nervous playing this part. I can only imagine. Tom Hanks was Colonel Parker in this film. And that's her reaction, is wow. If you want to go out and read that full quote, guys, it's up on, well, it's in a number of places, but the one I pulled was on Screen Rant. And I like this trailer, and this is definitely going to be one of my most anticipated of the year for sure, because it just looked like it had that fun to it. And it looked like it followed him through the ups and downs. So it looks like it's going to be like a journey. We're going to feel those ups and downs with him. And it looks like Austin Butler there is knocking it out of the park. Says Elvis's ex-wife, Priscilla Presley. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. All right, Top Gun Maverick opens up this month, guys. Oh, hold on. No, we won't do that. All right. Top Gun Maverick opens up this weekend, or not this weekend. Top Gun Maverick opens up this month, and they're going to be having the premiere soon, this Wednesday actually. And YouTube slates Top Gun Maverick premiere live stream. They're going to live stream the world premiere. Cool. And we know that this is opening up at Cannes middle of the month, this month. So it's going to be like a Top Gun kind of month. Wednesday on Paramount's long-awaited Top Gun Maverick will be live streamed on YouTube. And by the sounds of it, you'll be able to get it on MTV News and Velocity's channels. I'm not going to, well, I'll keep my eye on it, but it's not one that'll be kind of like, I've got to see it. I got to see it. What do you guys, are you like that? If you're like that, let me know. If you like to see what the crowd is going to be wearing and stuff. It's just them walking inside and watching the movie. But it's going to be, if you really want to know, it's going to be live streamed on YouTube. And in honor of the release, they released a new IMAX poster. And I like that. That's slick. I like the color palette in this one. My OBS is not doing a very good job of showing you the richness of those blues. Like, it's almost turned it a little bit green up here. Go and see that poster by yourselves, guys, because the colors in it are really rich. 4DX Tom Cruise. That's the new IMAX poster, and it's going to have a live stream this Wednesday for the premiere of Top Gun Maverick. And the early buzz from that we heard from CinemaCon last week was good too. So there we go. Wonder Twins. Well, remember we talked about that Wonder Twins story. Well, it was going to be an HBO Max movie, but it's being reported as being canceled, even though they just announced the casting for it. There was the guy from Riverdale that plays Archie is going to be playing the man, and then there was a girl that was going to be playing it, obviously. Obviously, James. But apparently it's been canceled in February this year. They greenlit this movie. It's just like, when you hear this, Wonder Twins, is that what we need? Do we really need a Wonder Twins movie out of all of the things out there? So I'm hoping that their studios are coming to their senses here. Now, maybe it's because of Warner Bros. Yeah. Warner Bros. Are just rethinking their process here. There's no official comment yet, but yeah, and I heard about some of their powers. It's kind of silly, like she can transform into animals or something like that, or some weird kind of thing. And it was going to be on HBO Max, so you know what? I'll keep my eye on this, and if it does get confirmed, hey, for me it'll be no love lost. It's one of those like 4th, 5th round tier of superhero movies. Like, what was that one that got announced last week? La Muerta, Las Muerta or something for the MCU, like a Spanish superhero. Apparently that's been canceled now too, even though it was just announced that the guy from Bullet Train is going to be playing the part. It's just like the studios just feel like they're going to be trying to throw everything out at us. And it's like, no, guys, no. We don't need stuff like this. Just give us the big heroes and make good stories with them and pay like you did with Robert Downey Jr. Back up the dump truck full of money to them and pay for it, because that's what we want to see. Because a Wonder Twins movie would never have made $1 billion. It was never going to make that. So I don't know what they were thinking. What do you guys think? Is that a bummer if it was canceled? Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right. Now, this is something we do have to talk about, because it's not necessarily straight up movie news, but it may impact the movies. Embracer Group buys game studios Tomb Raider IP for $300 million. Okay, so Swedish game maker is acquiring Japan's Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal. So, well, what does this have to do with the movies? Well, Tomb Raider 2 was supposed to go into production last year, actually, with Alicia Vikander. And I liked her version of Tomb Raider. It was a nice, fun little movie. It was nothing grand or epic or spectacular or anything like that. But I was looking forward to the number 2, because Alicia Vikander is like, come on. Yeah. I thought she was really good in the role, and hey, she's just getting older, guys. Like, the whole idea of rebooting the Tomb Raider franchise was that you would bring in this younger person to play it, and it's been years now, and if they're going to be changing hands with the owners of the company for $300 million, they may want to, what was it, Legendary that did it? They may want to renegotiate the contracts for those movies, and that's a bummer, because apparently from what I've heard is that Alicia Vikander's been kind of like sitting on her hands waiting for them to greenlight it, because she has to work out and get into shape for it. And I was really hoping to see a Tomb Raider 2 sooner rather than later. But when something like this happens, it does throw things up in the air as to, well, who owns the rights to what exactly. It's going to come down to the details in the fine print, I'm sure. So I'll keep my eye on that. And for sure, hopefully, Tomb Raider 2 will come soon enough. Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says, we've reached a saturation point for the superhero genre. Always quality over quantity. Yeah, exactly. And that's what you get the impression of with this kind of with the Wonder Twins, La Murta or whatever, Madame Web, those kinds of things. And I think Morbius is really proved that. Hey, you got a big Oscar winner, Jared Leto, and he can't make Morbius fly. It's time to rethink your positions about these lower tier heroes. We'll have to see how Craven does. And I know those are different universes, guys. I know that, but I'm just saying that as far as like tiers of heroes, Craven is way down there in Spider-Man's universe, guys. I know there's a big fan base out there, and I do like the images and I do like the cast, but it's just kind of like after Morbius, ooh, most of us are just going, ooh, ooh. All right. Stranger Things Season 4, Part 1 comes out in a couple of days, well, this month, guys. So we got some more character posters there that we are going to take a look at here. There's David Harbour, Winona Ryder. I like that one, actually. I like that one a bit. I like the shades of red on the one side and blue on the other. Is that the same with David Harbour's? Yeah. Okay, so that's the motif they're going for. And that's just symbolic, I guess, of the upside down and the real world, right? There's a doctor character. I don't know about that. There was one. They did release one just of 11. Yeah, that one right there. Although here it looks a little bit more green than blue. And I saw some behind the set footage of. This is a wig. They stamped down her hair, and that's a wig they put on her. CW channel is being sold off with the hero shows being finished up or canceled. Yeah, I saw all those headlines. Like Batwoman, Legends of Tomorrow, and most of those weren't making money anyway. So those TV shows were losing money for the channel. I don't know why they kept on making them. I really don't. Nice licorice pizza trending. Well, we're almost done. We're going to be checking out the Twitterverse here in a few moments. Licorice pizza, why is that trending? Oh, is it on VOD now? Is that why? Okay. Well, we'll get to that. Okay, so this is for the horror movie fans out there. Shark Bait has a new poster and an exclusive trailer on Screen Rant. So you have to go to Screen Rant to see this trailer, but not really. The Screen Rant YouTube channel will show it. I'm not going to watch the trailer here. Screen Rant has got an exclusive new trailer for Shark Bait. Now, this was that movie that we saw, or the trailer, where, yeah, there's a bunch of kids out on their Sea-Doos. They get into an accident. It looks like they ran into each other, and one gets launched right into the air. Ooh. Looks like that was pretty... That almost looks like it was practical. Cool. And then, of course, because they're wrecked, they're floating out there in the middle of the ocean. A shark starts circling them, and that was basically the whole premise of the trailer. And hey, you know, some of the shots in it look cheesy, but I'll check it out. I like a good shark movie, and that's the new poster. Well, that's pretty slick. Yeah, that's really slick. I like that a lot. Like the painted aesthetic of it, I like. Shark Bait Terror Runs Deep. May 13th, I believe it said there, right, guys? I'll be checking that out. May 13th. On demand, in theaters and on demand, May 13th. Shark Bait. It's a lower budget film, but I like a good shark movie. Do you guys? Let me know in the comments below. 11, Our Glass Viking says, 11 looks like she's in a Star Trek Final Frontier poster as a young Spock. Really? Let's go back to that and take a look. As a young Spock. Well, her ears are a little pointy there. but she doesn't have the brows to match. Okay, so this is just showing us excerpts from the trailer. Yep, I'll be definitely looking forward to that. And I think that's pretty much it for today, guys. I think that's all I had on the ballot. No, we still got a few more. I was going to talk about this. Taylor Swift, Michael Mann. There's going to be like a Tribeca Festival. That's not until like July, I believe. But June 8th to the 19th, the Tribeca Film Festival, where you got a bunch of these people coming together to talk about their movies. The only ones that I wanted to highlight was, well, Taylor Swift's going to be there talking about her short film. Any good reason to talk about Taylor Swift, hey, is good with me. Storytellers, a conversation with Taylor Swift. Talks about her approach to making that movie and as a filmmaker. But she directs a lot of her own music videos too, so yeah, she's awesome. Date, Saturday, June 11th. Time. So there you go. They're just releasing the Tribeca Film Festival schedule. What was that one with Michael Mann in Heat? Apparently he's going to be talking about Heat, and that's something we should do. We're going to be doing watch-alongs on the channel a lot more. And today we're going to be, later on today, in fact, in 50 minutes, we're going to be watching the first half of King Kong. Peter Jackson's King Kong. And if we watched Heat in 2 episodes, we're going to be watching that in 2 parts because it's King Kong is like 3 hours and 12 minutes and Heat is like 3 hours long. I just want to break those up into 2 days. It's easier to digest. Sitting for 3 hours is a long time, guys. And, but they're going to be talking about Heat at the Tribeca Film Festival. Taylor Swift's going to be there. That sounds cool. This is up on the big trade deadline. So, hey, if it's June, yeah, Heat is 3 hours long. And that's what I meant. Later on today, it's already linked for you people out there who are subscribed. Part 1 is linked right now for a live stream of Peter Jackson's King Kong. And we definitely will be watching that one because, well, it's awesome. And it's only on Netflix for like this remaining week. So I figured I want to put that one in the can, and we'll be watching the first half of King Kong today, and then tomorrow we'll round it out. And cool, man. And then I think maybe on Friday, if I figure out my OBS buttons, we'll watch the 1976 version of King Kong. Yeah, that'll be cool. And hopefully, as subscribers come in, people want to join in the memberships. Members will always be able to request a movie that we can watch and do the watch-alongs, and we'll be doing a lot more of that. Okay, so just talking about the remaining schedule for the week. So today, we got King Kong Part 1. King Kong Part 2 comes out tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we have Moon Knight finale that we're going to be watching. Thursday's Survivor, and then Friday I'm thinking we'll do the other version of King Kong. And yeah, that Moon Knight dropped its final trailer, and I thought it was maybe just, I'm not going to watch it here. The bulk of it is just a recap of what happened during the season, so it doesn't really show us anything too much new. Like, look at that. It's like 51 seconds of them just recapping, well, more than a minute. So then it does show us a few new shots, I think. But it just ends with him facing off with Ethan Hawke's villainous character, Harrow. So that's the final trailer. And that we'll do the finale watch along for that on Wednesday. And I hope you guys can pay attention for that, because we'll wrap up that series nicely. I've been really enjoying the last couple of episodes of Moon Knight. Have blown it out of the park. Oscar Isaac is the main reason why you guys need to watch that show. So all of that stuff's coming up this week on the channel. I hope you guys join us for that, because it's cool stuff, man. So as you know, we are a weekly live show, 12 p.m. Monday Eastern. I think I will want to go on and take a look at, just quickly, I'm going to try to wrap this up because I'm going to have my breakfast before we go and watch King Kong at 1:30, and I'm going to keep that timeline. I want 1:30 let's just take a look at the old Twitter sphere and see if I missed any huge headlines that may have dropped. Taylor Swift will screen and discuss All Too Well, the short film, at Tribeca Film Festival. Well, we just saw that. Florence Pugh and Harry Styles in Don't Worry, Darling. Yeah, that's that Olivia Wilde movie that people saw footage at last week at CinemaCon. Oh, okay, so we got an official trailer. And apparently it's spicy, it's saucy. So that's going to be up on the channel later on today too. We're going to do a trailer reaction for Don't Worry, Darling. And I'm going to film that right after we do this, and then I'll go make my breakfast. Because Florence Pugh is awesome. And I'm still have reservations about Harry Styles, if he can pull it off. Lady Gaga and Tom Cruise. Because Lady Gaga is doing the theme song for Top Gun Maverick, which that track should drop in the next day or two. Wow, a lot of Florence Pugh. Bel Air, Lea Seydoux, Viggo Mortensen, Crimes of the Future. Don't know what that is. All right, I'm just glancing over stuff here. Doesn't seem to be anything big and huge that I may have missed. We'll round it out there, guys. We've gone for 45 minutes. Let me know what you think about any of these stories in the comments below. I'll try my best to go out there and respond to all the comments, and I do my best to try to do that. I just want to see if there's any other big stories out here from my sources that perhaps I missed today. Okay. Report says Fast 10 director left over Vin Diesel's behavior. Well, yeah, well. Oh. Vin Diesel. Man, it's hard to go to bat for you when you hear all these things about yeah, that's all we needed to talk about today, guys. Thank you for joining me in the live chat, guys. It's always nice to talk with you. That's the highlight of the show. And as we grow, hopefully more people will come in and join the community. I'll see you tomorrow for more movie news and entertainment headlines on Mirror Domains. And join us at 1:30 for King Kong Part 1.